and it gives me great pleasure to welcome you to this momentous occasion as we announce and celebrate the formation of St. Martin's first tertiary and higher education partnership. From our introductory meetings with Dr. Chumley and Dr. Jackson and Mr. Blomont, thoughts of how we could collaborate to better serve St. Martin as institutions of higher learning were exchanged. Today, I am happy to say that those ideas have been developed and transferred into written commitments that we will execute. Once again, welcome and thank you for sharing with us in this momentous moment.
University of St. Martin, American University of the Caribbean School of Medicine, and National Institute for Professional Advancement announced St. Martin's first tertiary and higher education partnership. Institutions to advance common goals in public policy, research, and community service. So this is a joint statement by the members present, Mr. Carmona Baez of the USM, Ms. Rolinda Carter, and myself, and the other persons that Ms. Carter mentioned. It continues, Phillipsburg, St. Martin, recognizing that collaboration and coordination amongst St. Martin's tertiary and higher education institutions can help advance our goals and contributions to the communities we serve today. We are proud to announce the formation of St. Martin's first higher education coalition. We have come to realize that joining forces will best move our missions forward, and for this reason, today, we have signed a memorandum of understanding among USM, AUC, and the NEPA to work together in crucial areas for our institutions and communities. With a focus on the core issues of education and research, community service, and public policy, we are committing to sharing resources to advance academic and scientific knowledge. By coordinating our efforts in the community, we will promote the health and well-being of the island's population on everything from public service and sustainable development to disease prevention and post-disaster recovery. We plan to raise awareness on key public health issues, plan together for times of natural disasters, share resources to benefit our facilities, faculties, staff, and students, and engage the government and key stakeholders in healthy dialogue to advance public policies and foster a culture of peace, equity, and care for our environment. We greatly look forward to this collaboration and the positive community impact it will yield for country St. Martin.
AUC is very proud to be here on this historic occasion as we announce the first tertiary and higher education partnership here in St. Martin. And we are excited to have such excellent partners in USM and in NEPA. We believe that the focus on research and education, community service, and public policy aligns very well with AUC's own mission, vision, and strategic priorities. Yet we know, even though those things benefit each of our institutions individually, that through the coordination and collaboration that is made possible with this partnership, we will be able to elevate the positive impacts that we can have to the greater St. Martin community in ways that we cannot do individually. AUC looks forward to continuing to contribute to the community here in St. Martin, where we have always appreciated, me personally, our students, and our faculty, the warm welcome that St. Martin has provided to us. And a very special thank you to Antonio, who herded these cats together, helped us identify the things we had in common, really birthed this idea, and has brought it to fruition today, so thank you.
Memorandum of Understanding for the partnership among St. Martin's accredited institutions of post-secondary, tertiary, and higher education. University of St. Martin, American University of the Caribbean School of Medicine, and National Institute for Professional Advancement. The University of St. Martin, the American University of the Caribbean School of Medicine, and the National Institute for Professional Advancement have agreed to enter into friendly partnership for institutional collaboration in the areas of support in education and research, community service, the development of public policy, and voluntary sharing of resources in post-secondary, tertiary, and higher education for the benefit and well-being of St. Martin. While non-legally binding, this Memorandum of Understanding serves as an expression of mutual interest and good faith to promote, 1, collaboration in educational and research endeavors that would facilitate academic and scientific advancement in St. Martin, the sharing of local and international knowledge, and the beneficial exchange of information among students, faculty, and staff of the institutions. 2, collaboration in community service by coordinating efforts that promote the health and well-being of the island's population, diversity, improvement of public services, friendly relations, culture, sustainable development, disease prevention, and post-disaster recovery. 3, collaboration in advising, studying, and contributing to good practice and public policy as it relates to post-secondary, tertiary, and higher education in St. Martin, regionally and internationally, in friendly relations with government and civil society, promoting thereby institutional dialogue on policies and innovations in education. USM, AUC, and NEPA administrators voluntarily commit to A, holding 2 general tripartite meetings per year in order to discuss the issues of common concern and to plan collective activities. B, sponsor at least 1 joint community action annually to raise awareness in the fields of public health, sustainable development, and climate change. C, sponsor at least 1 forum of public dialogue annually on career development, professional advancement, and/or educational policies. D, sponsor 1 annual fellowship sponsor 1 annual fellowship event for the boards and administrators of the 3 institutions. E, develop a platform for community action during instances of hurricane or other natural disasters. F, share information that mutually benefits the faculty, staff, students, and administrators of the 3 institutions, including internship possibilities, donations, and the acquisition of used and unused materials and resources that can be of benefit to 1 or more of the 3 institutions. G, share information on policies or events that affect or benefit 1 or more of the 3 institutions. H, make public expression on concerns, events, activities, conferences, and policies whenever the full tripart membership are in agreement on sentiment and language. I, engage the business community, government, non-governmental organizations, and committees of faith in dialogue for the benefit of friendly relations, peace, and collective well-being. Publicly announce signing of their MOU, the partnership, at a press conference in January 2019.
Tell them, connecting you.
GEBE has been faithfully serving the communities of St. Martin, powering your home and our economy. Come rain or shine, our qualified team of professionals are working hard 24 hours a day to provide you and your family with safe, reliable electricity and water. We use the latest technologies and test our products daily to maintain the highest international standards. Our friendly staff is always there to assist you, whether in person, over the phone, or online. We are committed to constantly improving our products and services, making them more efficient, effective, and environmentally friendly to serve you better today and our next generation of clients tomorrow. GEBE, powering a brighter future.
Our friend Megawati is here with tips to save you energy. 1. Turn your airco temperature up. 2. Use a ceiling fan instead. 3. Buy energy-saving products. Save some green with NVGEBE.
Well, first of all, we issued a press release earlier this week. Actually, the SMMC issued the press release updating the public on the trip to Italy, but I'm happy to recount that for you. There was a delegation that went to Italy that was myself, Henk de Zeeuw, who's the project manager, as well as Kees Clarenbeek, who's the director for the hospital, and Robert Jan James, who's the chairman of the board. The idea was not to receive a letter of guarantee. I don't know where that statement comes from. The idea was to understand exactly what the impact of this emergency extraordinary administrative procedure on the parent company of INSO is. That's the company Candote. So we met with representatives from INSO. So that's the new director, the general manager, that was hired by the 3 commissioners. So INSO, as well as Candote actually, their management structure has been changed with this extraordinary administrative procedure. So all of their top management is now in the hands of the Italian government. So the Italian government appointed these 3 commissioners. Sorry. These 3 commissioners are running the company, and they've hired a new general manager. We met with them, and the idea was to understand better what was the status of the procedure, what the implications of it were, and to understand from them what level of comfort we should see as the hospital project in terms of continuity for the project, financial securities, and I would say that the meetings were very positive. We've received confirmation in terms of our discussions, and we expect to continue those discussions as well in collaboration with stakeholders and especially with the lenders for the hospital project.
Thank you, Minister Lee. Andrew Dick of the Daily Herald, you have the floor.
Thank you, Rolika. Good morning to all the council, all the ministers here present. Prime Minister, concerning the motion that was presented by the opposition in Parliament while you were there, would like to get your take as Prime Minister on the motion being presented against one of your ministers.
Thank you for that question. My take, I have no comment specifically on that motion. It hasn't been passed, so when that time comes, then we can probably have a discussion on it, but I don't think it's my place to speak about a motion that was brought against one of my ministers at this current time.
Thank you, Prime Minister. Andrew Bishop of St. Martin News Online, you have the floor.
Ministers, good morning. Prime Minister, one question for you. Does the board of the Princess Juliana Airport has the authority to seek alternative financing for the project?
Thank you for that question. Indeed, the board of the airport have the authority to seek financing because they've done that in the past, so it speaks for itself. They can.
Ma. How you doing? You busy?
I hear. Just paying some bills, taking care of business. You know what it is?
I know. You're doing your online banking.
I don't have to stand in those long lines to pay bills. I can transfer when I want. I can check my account wherever. It's like the bank open 24/7. I even here checking the statement right now as we're talking. How's Miami?
Well, that's why I'm calling. I'm finishing up a few songs now, but I'm afraid that studio time might be more than I thought. And I was wondering if I could get some help with some funds, and I could pay you back as soon as I get back to St. Martin.
Let me check my account. How much you need?
I think 500 should be enough.
I can transfer it to you while online. Direct from me to you. No problem.
Great. Thank you so much, Ma. I'll get online with Viv now.
Alright, darling. You know who you're for? I need to know who you're for.
Contact WIB today for your complete personal online banking experience. Available for all mobile devices, the Windward Islands Bank, now your online banking partner in progress.
Last week, we raised the following questions. Are not minimum wage earners and the families also vulnerable? Are not they also not affected by the increase of the cost of living after Irma? We publicly appeal to the Minister of ASR and the whole Council of Ministers to stop the social injustice done to our worker families. We demanded a task force to calculate what, given the cost of living in St. Martin, what should be a socially responsible minimum wage considering all the legal possibilities to address this social injustice. In the meeting with the Minister of ASR yesterday, Wednesday, we asked the Honorable Minister if the task force was revisiting also the decision not to index the minimum wage for 2019. We protested the fact that we had to read in the press that business stakeholders were consulted and that the unions were not considered and consulted at all. The minister informed us that there are technicalities which have to be evaluated before a decision to adjust the minimum wage can be taken. He therefore would not make a statement now if the minimum wages for 2019 will be indexed, as in the case of the social pensions. As Anti-Poverty Platform, we will discuss this situation of the non-indexation of the minimum wage in the meeting called with all the unions affiliated to the Windward Island Chamber of Labour Unions on Saturday coming.
It's been said that behind every door, possibility awaits. How much possibility depends on which door you open first. Every day, we help our customers discover the possibilities in their lives. It all starts with a conversation. Scotiabank. Discover what's possible.
1,
2,
3,
4,
This is how common it is to develop a mental illness, 1 out of every 4.
4. But there is hope. Today, most mental illnesses can be managed and treated. Visit your general doctor if you feel concerned about your thoughts and behaviors or have some difficulty dealing with some of life's issues.
If you have been diagnosed and are suffering from a mental illness, keep in mind these 4 points to help you manage your mental health.
1. Get regular checkups with your general doctor.
2. Stay on your treatment plan to prevent relapses.
3. Find a strong support group in your family and friends.
And 4. Never be afraid to ask for help and look out for the warning signs of your illness.
Remember, you are not alone. We are as close as 1.
2.
3.
4.
Learn about mental health illness by going to the Mental Health Foundation's website at www.mhf-sxm.com.
Boom! What's going on, everybody? This is by King Rama representing for Soca Rumble one time. This is the what, the 4th year, the 5th year? I lose track. It's been happening for so long. So many great things has come out of this competition. So much great things has been said about this competition. This competition is just on another level. It is the highest platform when it comes to soca music on the island, in competition and in music. And we all know competition brings out the best in everyone. And come on out, firstly, February 2nd, and then after that to the eliminations, April 24th, because you will see the best of the best going on the stage, battling head to head, just trying to make it to the grandest stage on the island in Soca Rumble to see who will win. Either one of the crowns, one person could win 2. We could have 2 new kings, we could have retaining kings, you never know. So make sure you come on out. February 2nd for the eliminations, April 24th for the finals. You don't want to miss it because Carnival 50 going to be something you will always remember. Because I say so.
Now, we know that we are celebrating 50 years ago. What are you going to come with in 50 years?
What am I who?
What tune are you going to come with? Because, everybody wants to do something with 50 years.
Yeah, everybody wants to do something with 50 years. But me personally, I'm somebody that believes in not to date music, When you date music, you label it for that year alone, and you can't use it after that, So I believe that when it comes to music, you just need to make music timeless as possible, make it as international as possible, because you don't want it to just stay here. You want it to reach the ears of everybody on the outside and how they like their music and everything like that. So when it comes to music, me personally, I try to stay away from, let's say 2019 or Carnival 50, I just say whatever it is, because it could be sung any year, it could be done anytime. And yeah, it's just music's supposed to be timeless. You shouldn't date your music. When you date your music, you keep it in that year, and then it's hard for it to prosper after that.